Ever since I was little, I knew I was different, but I didn't really know why I was different. I just knew that I wasn't like other girls in my class.
I've been confused for about 2 years now. It's been rough because I've been in denial about my sexuality for a long time.
I guess I first kind of knew I was different from everybody else when I was a small kid. Like, I was always the outcast at school. I never considered the thought of being gay until I was like 12, 13. I rejected it then, and I've only even come out to myself like in April of this year.
I saw a boy and I thought he was cute, and I was like, I'm attracted to guys, and I was like, I should be attracted to girls though. So I tried dating a girl, and that did not work at all.
It really didn't dawn on me that maybe I was interested in women for quite a while. I dated some guys, and it was fine, although it was not very, I don't know, I didn't find it very inspirational or very, mind-blowing. It was just kind of like, oh, I'll date him for, a month, a couple of weeks, and nothing really there, we'll leave that.
A couple of years ago, maybe grade 8, I started to notice, well, some guys are a little more attractive than others, and I was like, okay, well, maybe I can think this one guy's attractive, but that's not gonna go anywhere. No, I'm straight. It's not a big deal. And then eventually I came to think, well, maybe something physical could happen with me and a guy, but that's not gonna go anywhere. No relationships or anything. That's crazy. I'm straight.
I discovered that I was gay when I hit puberty. I always sort of had an attraction, and I just sort of came to terms with it and started telling my friends, and all my friends were really supportive. And I told my mom, and I sort of, as I moved into high school, I started to get a lot of crap in about grade 10. Like, people would call me fag in the hallway or in the locker room.
I personally had been bullied every day. I wasn't out, but the bullying was there. It's almost like the kids knew something that I just didn't know.
In grade 4, I had a really mean teacher, a very negative teacher, and she seemed to, I guess, want to tear me apart in front of the other students and mock me and make fun of me because I was different.
I remember I was in grade 2 or 3, and there was this one kid in specific. It was 2 kids, but one kid I really remember. He called me gay boy. And of course, he was only in grade 4, but of course, when you're in grade 2 and somebody else is in grade 4, you trust them, and you respect them and you look up to them. Of course, they just told me that it meant happy, which it does, but they weren't using it in that context. They were using it in a hurtful way.
I've been out for a year, and it was really hard for me. Everybody always says that coming out is really hard, but it wasn't hard for me. Everything just kind of came out all at once. When I was in the closet, it was like I was being poisoned constantly, and every time I told myself, like, no, I'm not gay. No, yeah, she's pretty, but I can't look at her, and it made me sick. It made me so sick to hold it all in, and then when I came out, it was like I threw up everywhere, and I just told everybody I could.
I sat down on the couch next to my mom, and I said, Mom, when I was younger, did you ever think I might be gay? And she was like, well, no, of course not. So that made it a lot harder, so I just had to come out and say it. Then I said, well, I'm for sure bisexual. And she said, well, okay, I guess. But then she became more emotional later, was kind of like, oh, well, I always wished you weren't, just maybe so you could have the easiest life you can, but I still love you. That's never gonna change.
I told my mom just when everything kind of just came out, and she wasn't really supportive at first, and it kind of took her a while to get used to the idea. But on my dad's side, I told my grandma, and she said that it was like really wrong and she was really against it and that it was completely inappropriate and that I didn't know what I was talking about. And I didn't talk to her for 3 months after she found out. It's like a tumor where you can't live with them being a part of you anymore. And it's killing you and it's poisoning you and it's spreading everywhere and you have to get rid of it before you die. And that's what it was like too. I'm obviously not missed by them and I don't miss them either.
So we don't have that horrible coming out story. Our parents have both been extremely supportive. Our families have all been great. A couple of mishaps with grandparents. But other than that, we've been very lucky in that regard.
I haven't actually come up to any males yet. It's all just my girlfriends, and they are super supportive because they already have tons of friends in the who are queer, whether they're gay or lesbian or I don't know, pansexual. So they're very used to that. So they were definitely very normal about it.
Some of my best friends, when we went to high school, we all said that we were bisexual and not gay. Well, I'm bisexual, but we never admitted that we were fully gay until we became older. And I know that some of my friends that I have now will be friends that I have for life.
Having friends there to help just makes you feel so much more accepted. Without that, you feel like you're alone, that there's no one there for you, and that you can't rely on anyone to help you through it. But with good friends, they're there for you, and they're the best support you can find.
Through my friends, I found support especially because, well, I guess when I was first coming out, I guess I told a few wrong people, so word got out without me wanting it to. And people found out, and my close friends, I found they didn't care at all, and nothing has changed. So I know if I ever need them for anything, just like a year ago, if I ever needed them, they have my back.
Coming out is really a process, and when you're struggling with things, the support is what you're looking for, and like reaching out to your community is really important. If you can find somewhere in the community that has a youth group or that has, that connection, like usually a student counselor will have information about that kind of stuff and will be able to tell you, oh, there's a youth group in the city, or there's a Pride Center on campus, or there's that organization that can connect you to so many other people that are like you and are struggling like you and need that friend or that extra support.
And I know for a fact, having a peer there who can relate to, who you can say something to, or just show that it's okay, most important thing.
All you gotta know is that once you reach out, you have to reach out, trust me. It gets so much better. So much better. I promise.
As the slogan goes, it gets better. If it's bad, it gets better. If it's okay, it gets even greater.
Once I sort of got a handle on it and got over the whole trying to be as straight as possible phase, and sort of accepted myself as a gay woman, or maybe man, still figuring that stuff out. It was as though the world finally said, okay, you have completed level 10, now you can move on to level 11 of power lesbian.
One day, you'll wake up and you'll realize that things are gonna get better. And you know what? They are. They really are.
Takes time, man. It gets better.
You just gotta keep going. Like, you have to think about, like, it's bad now, but it'll always get better.
As soon as you accept yourself, all these doors open for you, and that's when it really does start to get better.
You're an amazing person, and you should never give up because it does get better.
So gets better.
May not seem like it now, but your time will come when it will get better. Because no matter what your little quirks are, there's going to be someone else out there who is similar, who's going through the same exact thing. If you can't find them and reach out to them, you can have the knowledge that you're not the only one. You're never, ever the only one. And it will get better.